Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel. We are going to be painting and we're just doing little conversation, little spooky conversation. We have our paints laid out. I kind of have a general idea of what I want to do.
Same.
Actually, I forgot. I do not know how to paint.
Yes, you do. Painting is inside of your heart.
When was the last time you've been to a haunted house?
That's a good question. I don't really like scary things.
Movies or being
I don't like
in
the idea
person?
of things trying to touch me. I will fight. The last time I've been to a haunted house, I wasn't actually at the haunted house. I was doing a delivery to the haunted house. Someone who was working in there ordered food, and I was like, bitch, I am not going in here.
Yeah.
You're coming outside. Because children were coming out there crying. Even grown people.
Yeah.
It was,
I love haunted houses. I actually miss them. I used to go every Halloween in high school with my friends. We would go in like big groups. I've been to Phobia, Scream World, Red Rum. And they're all very different. Phobia, you go there and it's like, well, when I went, there was like different haunted houses and different lines. Pretty sure I went to like 4 out of 5 or 6, but they're all themed. That was my first like real haunted house experience. For a few years we did that, and then I got introduced to Scream World. It's a little bit more stressful in my opinion to go to those big ones with different themes within that one house.
wait, so it's like one house and
all of them are just all together.
No.
It's probably about 30 minutes from start to finish, whereas if you go to Phobia, you're in each one for about 10 minutes. I miss those. I miss it. Do I put water with the paint?
You can. Which one was the scariest?
Scream World was scarier because it was better, in my opinion. Like, Phobia was a good way to start. When I went, it was like surgery and they had robots and a slaughterhouse. But at Scream World, you go in there and it's like there's a zombie maze to start you off. It's fucking crazy, and you get separated from your friends.
Oh, fuck no.
How are you staying in the... Okay, you're not.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm trying my best, but I also don't care.
Like, but you do like scary movies now, though, right?
I do. I love scary movies because I don't believe. I mean, I believe them to an extent. I always believed you attract the energy.
Yeah.
You know? So I always am like, be positive, live positively. I make up words. But,
yes.
I just love watching them because I like to guess. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Who is this? Or like, what is going on? But I like thrillers more than horror movies because I feel like horror movies don't scare me like they used to.
Yeah, and you don't really get to think a lot about horror movies. You're just watching a story unfold, and most of the time it's like really bad. What was the scariest movie that you can like recall?
The Exorcist. I did not watch that movie. I didn't watch it. I was in the living room with my mother and I remember it. I don't think it was her favorite movie, but she would watch it when it came on. I remember we were in the living room. It was me, my sister, and my mother, and they were watching the TV, and I just wanted to be around them so badly, but I was turned away from the TV. I was facing the couch and I was doing other activities, and I could not sleep.
That reminds me a lot of when I was younger. I was in Louisiana visiting family, and they were watching Freddy vs. Jason, and I was like 10 or 11. I can't quite remember. I was kind of young. They were watching it and I was like, well, I want to watch it. Like, I love scary stuff, but it was nighttime. I was in a foreign place. Like, I wasn't at home or anywhere. I was like at my aunt's house in Louisiana in the middle of like freaking nowhere.
Oh, that's scary.
Like in the middle of like these fields and stuff. So we get there and they're watching this movie, and my mom is like, you can't watch it. Like, I'm not letting you watch it because you're gonna be up all night screaming and crying. I was like, no, I'm not. And so she tried her hardest to keep me from watching that movie until like she realized I was just gonna absolutely find a way. We were outside. I remember sitting on the porch, and then I was like looking through the window trying to watch it, and she was like, if you want to watch it so bad, go and watch it. So I watched it, and I was up all night screaming and crying, and I was also very afraid of the dark, so it didn't help that they wanted to sleep in absolute darkness.
I hate that so much. I don't like sleeping in the dark because I start seeing things.
Exactly. And you think somebody is in the room with you, you're a kid, so you're slowly convincing yourself that there is indeed an actual person.
Especially since I feel like both of us, since we have issues with sleep paralysis, that did not help.
Oh my God, yes.
It was so scary, especially as a child not knowing what's happening, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh my God, am I dying?
For real, it feels like it.
And you can't move, and it's like I would call out, and I remember one time I was sleeping and I was calling out to my sister, and she just thought I was making noise in my sleep. I was like, I could not move, and I was freaking out. I'm a child. I don't understand what's happening to me. Oh, I didn't bring any black. I use green.
Yeah, that's close.
Oh, that's a really nice green.
Oh, that is nice. Is that metallic?
It is. No, it's not.
Oh.
I told Xavier this, but I will tell you all this. So I was sleeping, and I woke up, and I realized I was, in sleep paralysis. And recently, when I have sleep paralysis, I step outside my body for a moment, and I can actually see my room around me and what's going on. So I looked over to my closet, and there was this giant shadowy figure, like right in front of my closet door, and I was like, oh hell no. So I went back into my body, and I was like, I need to like move. And then when I looked over to the like left side of me, there was something laying next to me, and its hands were like wrapped around my neck, and it was that pinning down motion. Like if you ever experienced sleep paralysis, it feels like someone's pinching your neck. And I was like, I just closed my eyes, and I was thinking about the last thing I thought about before I went to sleep, and then it was over.
And it's so funny that you experience that sensation when you're in sleep paralysis, because for me, it just literally feels like paralysis. I don't particularly feel my body, but I can still like tell if something's moving. It's like the weirdest sensation. Like my fingers, I can try to move them, but it's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that. I don't like it.
I was like, the only things I feel are the neck and if something is crawling up my bed.
Yeah, I feel like I feel my eyes the most. When I was younger, I was laying in my bed, and I heard my family in the living room listening. It was early. It was like morning time, because that's what they used to do, like watch TV in the morning. Then I'm just getting this really uneasy sensation, like something is coming. And then I hear them laughing and talking, so I'm thinking I'm safe, like everything's fine. A fucking snake comes slithering into the room. And I will say, that's around the time when anaconda was such a big deal, but it was like a rattlesnake.
Oh God.
It really is.
I remember there was these apartments that they were building near Montrose, and it was near a cemetery, like right next door to a cemetery.
That's crazy.
It burned down the first time, so they decided to rebuild it again, and then it burned down the second time, and then they stopped. Ah! You know what? I'm not even going to care about this. I don't care.
Yeah, this is actually hard.
I really want to make a pecan pie. I love pecan pie.
I used to hate pecans.
At this daycare I used to go to, they had this lady had this giant pecan tree. They never wanted us to eat them, but we didn't care. We didn't listen to them. It was like in the back, so it's like you couldn't.
You can't tell a kid not to eat something that's edible. Children have no impulse control.
And we'd stomp on them.
Oh, ew, and eat them?
Yeah, because
Oh
we
my
had to
God.
crack it open.
Y'all are kids. I forgot kids just poison themselves on a daily.
I feel like maybe that's why my immune system is so high.
You out there eating dirty pecans.
I'm almost done.
Me too. Totally not. So.
I wish I was gonna make it red, but I was like, I want it
Ooh,
green.
that'd be cute.
I want her to be black. She's a black witch.
Usually when I see shows and the characters are like any color, like purple or green or any of those darker hues, I automatically assume that they're black. And we were talking about Catwoman earlier, and it's funny though, because around this time every year, I think about Halle Berry as Catwoman, and I just think about the mad disrespect that she got. Oh my God, you finished.
This one lady came out with the one pot. It's like the only pot you ever need. It looks interesting. She designed it specifically so that she can use it for other things. Like, and it's deep, but it's not really deep. So it's like you can make pasta in it, you can make sauces, but you can also make, it's like a griddle too. Are you okay?
Continue. I'm fine.
You just had a moment.
When you were a kid, what was something that you were eating and you should not have been eating? Did you ever do that? Just eat something that you definitely should not have been eating?
Nope.
Really? I used to do that all the time. It was stupid stuff though. Like I never went through like the glue eating phase. I actually thought that was dangerous. I thought all those kids were going to die or grow up to not have any brains left. I used to hide under the table and open up ketchup packets and just eat the ketchup straight out of the packet.
I mean, I did that.
Yogurt sandwiches. Put yogurt in between two buns. Put bread, yogurt, bread. I think at one point I started adding cheese to that, and I wondered why I had lactose intolerance. That's punishment for the sin I created.
The yogurt sandwich.
I was a very adventurous child, but only with food. Like, if it wasn't edible, I was not gonna eat it. Like, I had no urge to eat like markers or glue.
I never understood that. I was like, it don't even look like a cheese thing.
Yeah, and it smells terrible.
I was like, I want something savory. I remember that we would always go to Whataburger. Oh, there was this one time and we saw these girls.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad for the one girl because one girl had a car. It was these two like cheerleader, like one was a cheerleader, one wasn't, but they're both blonde and like giggling and bubbly. And one girl that had the car, she was, you know, brunette and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, they look like they're the closest friends, but they like the whole time we were in Whataburger, the two were ignoring her.
Oh.
Like not speaking to her whatsoever.
Why?
And then when we got, because we all left around the same time, and the one girl, she's like, oh my god, I love that you have a car, because I just love looking at myself in the reflection. I look so good. And I was like, girl, they're using me for this car.
I feel like that's the universe's way of giving you a lesson. If you can't identify being used, it's just like the universe is teaching you how to identify that kind of behavior.
Like just seeing how like they interacted, I was like, I don't want friends like this.
Ew, yeah, that's disgusting.
Literally the whole time in Whataburger, ignored her.
That's trash.
There she was standing behind them and they were talking and laughing and they're ordering their food.
I would have put my finger in their food. My germs. Okay, I'm gonna say that I'm done because I just don't feel like painting his teeth.
I didn't paint my teeth.
They should have put that hole right there. I thought that was a hole when I first saw that.
They should have. That would have been cute. And we have finished.
We have. Now, if I really was taking my time, I would have painted the little border on the
Same.
outside.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't have the energy.
Yeah, and I would have like really been tedious about the line work. Thank y'all so much for watching. Leave a like in the comment and hit that notification bell. And make sure that you guys are subscribing. So please hit that notification bell and please subscribe. Thank y'all so much for watching and y'all have a great day.
Share this video.
Oh yeah,
if you
share
are
this.
subscribed, share it.
Post it on social media and your little stories. You know, they're only 24 hours. They disappear. Bye.